Sevilla. I am 32 years old. I am from Bolivia, Santa Cruz. I am single. I am teacher. I am studied 11 months. Now talk about the importance of childcare center in the society. For some years now, the population has been experienced big growth in the families. They are not what they used to be a few centuries ago. What we know a traditional family, where the mother was usually in charge of educational function, raising and caring for children. For example, transmission of the values, respect other people in the family, handball, forgiveness, solidarity, responsible. The man was in charge of building and sustaining the house, ensuring the care of the family. And now the women also work. For that reason, they have to leave their children in a nursery, which is a safer place where the child will learn to develop their cognitive and social skill, physical. The most important point that we'll talk about in this topic are these 3 points: cognitive and physical and social skill. Due to the majority of the family having to the work, society has demand for childcare services, which are aspects of social services that allow their children to be in a safe place. In this type, there are many mothers alone who are both in different places, occupying important position in the society. What is a nursery? A nursery is an educational establishment that is dedicated to the care of the very young children who are not yet of age to the enter school process because they had from days of birth to 3 years of age. The element that a nursery should have in a term of the structure of the place, ventilation, lighting, and it's also convenient that it's a hot garden area. For example, ventilation is important to avoid a lower probability of contagion of the virus, bacteria. The lighting is important, create a pleasant environment and make children relax. A hot garden area is important when the child learning different place, enjoy their peers. Type nurseries. There are public nursery, private nurseries. For example, public nursery here in Santa Cruz, there are 160 autonomous nurseries, which is provide pre-initial school food. The children have their in the morning breakfast, snack, in the afternoon lunch, snack. The beneficiaries are 8,000 children under 4 years of age. Low income the families benefits for public daycare. There are private nurseries. However, it's a pay monthly that is between the 500 bits to 1,500. There are different shifts in the morning, afternoon. It is more comfortable that children are also sport, music, English, swimming. The function of the nursery comprises of serious activities that are thoughts and career up, which are purpose of the vibrant and physical, social skill, cognitive. There are taught through dynamic songs, videos, dance. For example, with puzzle, children learn to the alphabet, means of transport, colors, fruits, different activities. More easily, initial education is learning fun. They learn to socialize with their peers. For example, with these activities, the child learning to the colors, the work, the fingers, hands, the eyes. Is more easier for the children learning on these activities. This activity, for example, the child learning the make a cat sings or in this activity, the child learning to the colors. Activities are especially taught to develop motor skill, coordination, and precision. Is working, for example, activities shape of twister, plastilin, work even rubber, painting, piece of the block, and so on. The benefits here are is stimulate the control of eyes and hands. It's a career help for children to write well, make a cap will sixer, and the most important thing about the nursery school is to create a new space for the interaction with children of the same age with the contemporary group that enhance their development. For example, stimulate verbal communication through the games and other group activities. Verbal communication can be through the children with the song they learn word and grammar. For example, in these songs, the crocodile dance, the walk forward, the elephant, the teeth go backward, the chicken lalo walk one side, and I went guys go to the other ways. On this song, for example, the children learning more easily is very fun for them. Through this song, the child enhance the intellectual, auditive, sensory, and body motor development. Others, for example, contribute to the achievement of children's independence, autonomy. For example, the children learn to the autonomy through the small activities. Learn grooming, dressing themselves, putting away toys, and eating alone, so on. Others development their creativity and imagination. For example, create the history with the help of the children, or other activity drawn at paint. On this activity, the child imagination and creativity, learning the color. These activities will allow the child to improve is self-esteem and self-confidence. The initiative of early education in children from 0 to 3 years can be an elementary development process that they lead in the line to the first basis of learning. Since they will experience a new environment which they will be able to access a mechanism of a new teaching that will contribute to their initial training, accessing an initial education outside the homes, generate a new environment to be discovered in which activities or career up that stimulate development with physical, cognitive, and social skills. Is it a solution alternative for parents or families that wouldn't have nowhere to leave their children, not only to improve the bringing and their educational of children, but also having to the need to allow them to have their children suffer with different activities that children are taught to learn to be independence, autonomy. They learn to develop their creativity and imagination, cognitive and social skill. With age appropriate methodologies when they enter school, it will easier for them